Hello, everyone, and welcome to another scene for Darkness and Darkness Dublin, the Werewolf venue. So in this scene, it doesn't matter what the moon phase is in real life. In the game tonight is a new moon. The sky is dark but clear, and there is just a hint of a moon in the sky. You can see the ring around where it should be. And tonight, we have someone by the name of Caleb. And what is he attempting to do?
So right now, Callum has been hired to steal from a very wealthy benefactor. However, he does have a problem where he likes to steal pretty much anything that's not nailed down if he gets the chance.
All right. So you are in upscale neighborhood of the city, but you are very firmly in the city.
Correct.
And how is he going to go about getting into this place?
Well, he does like taking the, kind of direct approach. I mean, what's the best way to get into something even that's technologically inclined when he can just break through without nobody even noticing he's there?
All right. Are you going to attempt to disable any security systems?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and make you roll for technology. Let's go with dexterity technology. Have you been shown how to roll in Discord?
I
Oh,
sent him what he needs
there.
to roll.
All right, cool. Okay, that's good enough. Two successes. It takes you probably a couple of minutes longer than you anticipated, but you do successfully disable the security system without too much trouble. Go ahead and make me a dexterity stealth roll. You get a -2 difficulty because it is fucking dark outside. Fuck.
That's a stealth
you
roll.
are you are a ghost. Um,
The ghost has ghosted.
so yeah, you are not going to be seen or heard by anyone in the neighborhood. It is late enough, and these people are stuffy enough that they're already in bed, and nobody hears or sees anything, with the exception of the the homeowner who is gone, because you planned this on a night where they would be attending something, meeting, what have you. They're not home. Um, so yeah, tell me how you get in.
So after disabling the security system, he would most likely be sneaking through the front door, and then he would actually have to make his way into where they keep their major computer or anything, because he's actually stealing some form of documents for a rival business owner. So straight through the front door.
And when he gets hungry, he'll make it. He's been grazing it.
I missed the very last thing that you said.
Oh, it's just him going. He's going straight through. It's just his nature. Why take a roundabout way when he knows for sure that he can get through the door without any problems? And so he's going through. He's taking what he's actually needing to get is a file from a rival business owner.
Yep. Okay. So, you find the appropriate room, the office, where the files would be kept, but it is behind a lock. It is a fairly simple lock, simpler than you would probably expect. It's not even digital. It's just like a standard combination lock. And I would say with the amount of oh no, he left.
Tell me what I need to do right now.
Okay. First, you need to get back on. You exited out of the window, Joseph.
Damn, that stealth roll's legit. I don't even see him in here anymore.
I know, right? It's like completely vanished.
Yeah, I also sent him the link again.
Okay.
It also helps that I'm in the same room as him, so I can yell at him.
Yeah, that's good. That helps.
Fine. No idea IDC'd. Yay.
Whee! Yeah, it happens. Hangouts is a bitch sometimes. So, yeah, go ahead and make me a Dex larceny roll to attempt to figure out this combination lock. Whoops. Okay. You figure it out without really any trouble at all, which is to be expected. You probably look at this lock and probably think in your head, "Are you serious?" This, but yeah. So you open the lock.
Okay, so as I rifled through it, I guess I noticed something seems a little bit off, that the file that is almost guaranteed to be there is not there.
Yep.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, it seems to be missing. And you get this sting of panic that you went through all this work and it is not here. Why is it not here?
So, with kind of his curiosity and impatience, he begins rifling through almost
I don't know why the
everything that he can
automatic
get his
right
hands
answer
on.
that came to mind was, if you want to live on the loud side, baby, but.
You, as you're rifling through this filing cabinet with urgency and panic and possibly even a little bit of anger, you hear a throat clear behind you. Looking for something?
So I quickly turn around in order to see who or what is actually seeing me, and how they were knowing that I was going to be there that night, because having thought that everybody was going to be gone.
Well, you see the person who was supposed to be gone standing there with a file in his hand, his brow raised, doesn't even look surprised to see you.
So quietly thinking to myself, I kind of think back to the conversation that I was having with the client, because it's one of my typical clients who I've worked for several jobs for, but this was like one of the biggest jobs that I've done for them. And so on the previous jobs, nothing has seemed out of order or wrong. But now I'm like, why
But
is he here?
why?
How does he know? I thought everything was planned out specifically so that this wouldn't actually happen or occur.
Paul. Right? It's funny. Yeah, you don't know why that this happens to seem out of order. You're sure that you got the right date, that you followed the instructions perfectly. Like there, nothing should be amiss. And there's there's this feeling that wells up inside of you that you've never quite felt before. It's an anger, a primal anger that you feel towards your employer and the client, or and the person that you're supposed to be getting this file from. But you know that if you show up empty-handed, things are not going to go well for you.
Yeah.
You have this instinct to get that file by whatever means necessary.
So knowing Callum, he's not the typical fighter, but all of a sudden this anger that he feels, it just keeps building and building. He cannot stop himself, that he almost instinctively starts reaching out, almost as if he's wanting to kill this guy in order to get this file, that the feeling is so strong that he can't stop it.
As you move from your position and you start walking towards him, his eyes widen and you feel yourself start to change, and it hurts, but it's not distracting. You are hyper focused on what you're supposed to be doing, and you feel your bones pop, break, and shift as you grow in size, and your brain switches from complete control of your actions to not quite. It's like you're being moved by something else, but that drive to attain what you are there for is stronger. And when you reach out to just to take the file, you grab the man instead, and he screams.
Just want to get something. Here.
What do you do?
Well, being within such a rage, like my only thought is really, grabbing him, wanting to get that file away from him because I need it because, that reputation that I have as, one of the best thieves around kind of overpowers everything. And I would essentially, the only thing I can think of is literally ripping off that arm just to get what I want.
That is amazing. You rip the arm off, and this blood-curdling scream leaves this man's throat. And blood starts to spurt out of the wound that you have now created. He's probably got 2 or 3 minutes before he bleeds out. And he screams until either you shut him up or he goes hoarse.
Well, as it stands right now, having ripped his arm off, just all of a sudden, this overpowering sound just starts piercing my ears. It's annoying. I want to shut him up myself. So the only instinct that I have is to bury my fangs into his throat just to silence him.
Okay. You bury your fangs into his throat, and because your mouth is so large and your teeth are so prominent, you bite completely through his neck and snap off his head. And finally, the noise stops. And now you hear sirens.
Well,
And I'm going to put...
Go ahead.
Go ahead and give your reaction to the sirens.
The silence itself is finally, that overwhelming sound, that almost high-pitched squeal to him is fading away, but the only thing that's still running through his mind is, the need to get that file to the client. So his, that reputation that he's strived so far is still intact, that while he's thinking more logically, because that horrible, annoying human person is no longer screaming at him, it's still this kind of persistent buzz that's telling him he needs to go. He's got to do something. He's got to get this job done.
And now you have a new problem. There are sirens and they're getting closer. But you're still in this monstrous form. So we're going to put a pin in that. And we're going to go to the rest of the group, who, for story purposes, all happen to be together within the city. Where are you? Someone can choose.
They came in to watch one of my shows.
There you go. That'll work.
Oh, all right, that works. Sure.
I mean, it was either that or green box.
We'll go to the green box afterwards.
I mean, there's probably one right outside.
Leon's band is putting on a show, and you were all invited, so you decided to go, and the show was amazing, and even if you didn't like heavy metal before, you at least like this band now. And then you can pick up for what you're doing right after the show. I'll let you role play for a little bit.
I am probably following Petra around, watching what she does.
Okay, on the spot. Petra is currently in the parking lot playing with a hacky sack.
I can do hacky sack.
and she's kind of bouncing it between ankles, heel, knee, and then bounds it over to. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong because it's been a while, but Delia.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll bounce it off my top of my foot, my knee, my ankle, and then hand it back or bounce it back.
And Petra kind of goes through the motions, and then she's gonna sort of just see how quick on the upturn Fries is, as she kind of gives it a good heel in his direction.
Where, Bryce is probably distracted because he's not really paying attention to the hacky sack, more paying attention to, well, trying to find where the nearest green boxes are. Because those things have, like, great treasures in them sometimes. So, I guess I can roll his terrible, terrible dexterity, athletics to see. Actually, probably a perception alertness to see if he even noticed the hacky sack first.
Yeah. Go ahead and do the perception alertness because he might get just well enough distracted by the hacky sack.
Go with standard diff.
I'm still going young, you could say street one.
Yeah.
No successes. He does not notice the hacky sack.
Nope, he doesn't. He is too focused on the shiny green box.
Shiny
He's
green
gonna
box.
get a knitted sack of beans to the face.
It's
Where is
great.
the scene exactly taking place?
In the parking lot of the venue where Leon played his show.
Yeah, where Fries is probably right there,
He's
hugging
by the back.
building.
Yeah, he's like Fries is like by the back door of the venue looking for the dumpster.
Since I don't have any fame and the character is still somewhat new to the area, it's probably like a CD bar. He's really good. His band is really good, but they just don't have any clout yet.
Right. Yep, that's perfect. Yeah, just like it's probably a pub show. Like they're trying to establish themselves within the city, so they're taking whatever gigs they can get right now.
Leon comes out. He's got a beer in bottle in one hand. He's smoking a cigarette. He's probably still sweaty from the show. He rocks out pretty hard.
Yeah. You see Fries and Hamid looking at the dumpster. His eyes completely transfixed on it, like he's about to jump in.
If you're hungry, I'm sure there's an O'Toole somewhere around here.
Food sounds good.
Well, have you seen what some of these green boxes have in them? Some of them are really good. Plus, sometimes there are other random stuff that not food that's still fun.
One of these days, I'm going to take him to the dumpster behind the plastic surgery clinic. That should be fun.
Organization?
Isn't that a little close to breaking the litany? I mean, I'm no Philodox, but
No, you're not. Is there a Philodox here among us?
I look around. Me?
Shit.
It's all you. Yep.
all right. So then, that being said, if this hypothetical scenario were to happen, where she convinces him to eat the contents of a plastic surgeon's dumpster, has the litany been broken?
Be normal trash because they don't throw that kind of stuff out in the dumpster.
What?
Be
Wait,
normal
what?
office waste.
Yeah, it would just be like normal
Paper,
paper and gloves and
because
stuff like
that
that.
stuff I
That would
believe
be-
has to be disposed of special because it's human waste. It can't just be flushed down the toilet either.
Huh. I learn something new every day.
Well, now I'm going to write Edward Norton and Brad Pitt a very strongly worded letter. My hopes
Okay.
of being the soap mogul of Dublin have gone down the drain.
I thought I remember seeing that from a movie sometime.
Yeah, Fight Club. Classic.
Shh, we don't speak of it.
Hey, Fries.
Yeah?
I need my hacky sack back.
I guess
Points
Fries
at the sack on the ground.
Yeah, so I guess Fries will try to toss it back, and let's just say he's not exactly dexterous or a good thrower. As in, he botched at throwing it back. So it probably
Oh my
goes
God.
wild.
Yeah.
So the hacky sack goes wild. Fries can't throw for shit. You made a mistake.
Like I think like he went to go chuck it and it just rolled off his fingers, flew up in the air, and then right down on top of his head.
I'll go grab it and bounce it a few times and then try to kick it back to Petra.
And Petra will receive it with one ankle, pop it up on one knee, bounce it about 2 or 3 times, and then she'll give it a nice little inside little kick towards Leon.
Leon just watches it fall to the ground. Aren't you a little too old and a little less high for hacky sack?
Maybe, and something we could fix. Just saying.
Okay.
Also,
So I'm gonna ask you a very serious question.
Mhm.
What about my long black hair, magnificent beard, leather biker look makes you think I'm gonna fucking hit a hacky sack?
well, I could make a lot of comments about how tight those leather pants are and how I fail to see how you could get along with the sack, so I wanted to offer you one. But I think that would be a little bit lowbrow, a little bit
You should
below
probably
me.
stop looking at my package. That's also against the litany.
That's not against the litany.
Eyebrows raised.
Looking is not against the litany. Looking in someone's general direction for comedic purposes is not against the litany. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's what you're doing.
She'll walk over and pick it up, toss it up in her hands a few times, looking up at Leon, because Leon's probably a fair bit taller than she is.
Yeah, he's over 6 foot.
As far as breaking the litanies go, she catches it in her hand. You'd be damn lucky to commit a heinous crime with me. I'm just saying. But I could do so much better. She'll spin around on the heel and walk away. Well, back over to Delia.
So, yeah, about that.
About what?
Food?
Yeah.
And
What do
something to
people
drink.
feel?
All that cigarette smoke makes me thirsty.
What are
That's
people
what the
feeling?
beer's for.
No, thank you. I like to keep my head about me.
Well, I mean, if you're hungry, because there's like bar or something there. The green box outside should have probably some fries, and if you're lucky, they'll have catsup on it. Otherwise, they might have mustard or, heaven forbid, ranch.
I kind of get this very amused expression. I prefer my food fresh, if you don't mind.
It is fresh from the green box.
No, freshly made. That's cold and has been in the trash with no, thank you. Let's find a fast food place or something like that.
Anybody here like Nando's?
I don't know, I've never had it.
I fucking love Nando's. Peruvian chicken with all the fixins.
What's that?
It's very good chicken.
Sounds great.
Hey, I'm fixing the minutes.
Sounds good to me.
Like, is it the kind with the outer coating on it, or what?
I'm
Or
pretty
is
sure
it
it's
the kind
got
covered
that
in,
on it.
or is it the kind covered in sauce?
It's the kind that's covered in spices.
More visible confusion.
I like spice.
You know what? How about we just show? Come on. The Nando's like 3 blocks down this way. Come on.
Hey, I grew up in Louisiana. I like spicy. She looked all sorts of confident in this.
Let's just hurry up and go get some food. Shows make me very hungry and horny. I want to satisfy one now and the other later.
That's more information than we needed. Thank you very much. And I turn and walk toward Petra.
You're welcome.
Stevie comes up on her, kind of like leans over and just be like, God, can you believe that guy? He's just like putting all of his business out there like that. Very theatrical, of course.
All right, so you guys make it to food. You're gonna go sit down, and the server's gonna take your order.
Oh man, the real question is, oh god, I'm surrounded by average appearance people, aren't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. So there's like, wait, what's Petra's appearance?
4.
Okay, so Petra's the only one as pretty as Fries. Oh god, the street bum is prettier. 2 of the people. God.
I can sing really well and play the guitar very well. It doesn't matter what the hell my appearance is.
Right?
Hey, an average appearance means I don't stick out, which was important for me as a kid.
Very true.
Anyways,
I feel
food.
sorry for this Nando's. I feel so bad for this Nando's.
What?
So you guys are getting your food, and you get a chance to eat a little bit of it before Fries. You get this nagging tapping that feels weird because you're in the Tellurian, but it is definitely coming from the Umbra.
Where it goes? Huh. Does it feel like a...
So,
Okay, does it feel
does
like
Fries-
Gigi?
yeah, does Fries carry a phone? He carries a phone with him, right?
No one has gotten him a phone yet, unless, of course,
Oh.
the Din Mother has.
Actually, that's probably not something she's thought about. To be honest, if I'm being perfectly honest, she hadn't thought about it. Wait, Gigi is Petra's phone spirit, right?
No, it was Colleen's, but
Oh, that's right. Well, Gigi follows Fries around anyway,
Yeah.
for the most part. So actually, who among you carries a cell phone?
Leon does.
I'm gonna make this interesting. All right, Leon, your phone buzzes. Yep.
Leon looks at it.
So what comes across it is a text message from an unknown number that says "Fries help" in all caps.
Kind of toss my phone towards Fries.
Fries will, kind of like grab the phone and like, what? He'll see the message. Go. And he'll just say to the phone, "Oh God, what's wrong, Gigi?"
It comes back across emergency and then gives the address of where Caleb currently is.
Yeah. So Fries will hand the phone back to Leon. We need to go here. Can you get us here?
What's going on?
An emergency's happening. Gigi's requesting our help over there, whatever's happening there.
Who's Gigi?
It's Colleen's phone. Well, the spirit of her phone.
Look of utter and total confusion.
Don't dig any deeper into it. Just go with it.
Leon lights up a cigarette and stares at the workers and dares them to tell him to stop.
You know what? I'm not even going to make you roll for that because you are a Rage 5 Arun and intimidating as fuck. So, nope. Just like, sure, you can do whatever you want.
They're too afraid that he's an axe murderer.
So the phone has an emergency. Like
No. There's an
it
emergency.
dropped in a toilet.
No, probably more like there's an emergency
With the owner of the phone.
Either with the owner of the phone or with one of our group or someone that we don't know. But we probably should go help.
All right.
So who here has got a car?
I got a bike.
How far away from us is this location?
It's actually not that far. You could easily take a cab. And it wouldn't be cost prohibitive. It's like probably a few blocks.
Well, if it's a few blocks,
Probably.
guess
run
what,
it
Delia?
along
Part
the
of your
road.
training. She starts
Okay.
clapping her hands. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh my god. You're gonna run there?
I'll keep pace with you.
Okay, I shrug and I get up.
Someone can jump on the back of my bike.
Yeah, put Fries on the bike. That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Yeah, put Fries on the back of the bike. It's the best place for him. He's not a good runner. At all. He's a negative runner.
He's all pretty, no dex, huh?
Yeah.
So, um, just because this is funny, I would like Leon, Paul, for you to make a dex drive roll.
Okay. And when he gets to the bike, he'll throw on the Kevlar vest. That's probably part of the stage outfit he was wearing under his shirt.
Okay. Totally fine.
You have drive.
I hope you have drive.
I do have the drive.
Yay. And Chris, you'll need to make me a dex athletics roll to see,
Oh boy,
because you've never been on a bike before,
this will be fun.
and it depends on how well he rolls on how high your difficulty is going to be.
Oh boy.
3 successes.
Okay. You can have, he drives well enough that it won't take too much for you to hang on, so you can make it a diff 5.
Three successes. Yeah.
All right. So, obviously, Leon and Fries are going to make it there first because the bike goes faster than people. It does not matter how well you all would roll, you will not make it there first. But on the way there, all of you, as you get closer, you hear sirens.
Shit.
That's
And
a terrible sign.
when Leon and Fries pull up to the address, there are law enforcement vehicles there, as well as like ambulance, like, you know, pretty much everything is there. And go ahead and both of you make me a perception, alertness, hearing based roll.
We continue the theme of 3 successes.
And Fries will continue the theme of 2.
All right. You both hear conversations on the walkie-talkies to the effect of that we're not sure what's going on in there. Neighbors heard a loud scream, and we have yet to go inside. Like, they haven't been in yet. But it seems like that they're formulating a plan of what to do because they don't know if there's somebody still in there. Like, they don't want to get, they're trying to minimize whatever dangers to themselves. But if someone in there is hurt, they need to get in there quickly. So they're just making plans at this point.
Okay. I will spend a point of willpower and activate Whisper Catching, the Shadow Lord gift.
Ooh, okay. So then you'll be able to hear the response on the walkie-talkie, which is basically giving them the go ahead to get in there because in case there is someone in there that's hurt. So, and then you see them to basically start towards the door of this giant house. It's not. It's a very. You notice the neighborhood is a very prominent neighborhood. The house is big. And about the time you finish hearing the conversation, Petra and Delia will show up.
Huff, 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 huff.
Not bad, Delia. Not bad. She says.
Hands on thighs, trying to catch my breath. Huff, huff, huff.
I'm gonna roll appearance subterfuge to not look winded.
Okay, you do that.
I shoot her a dirty look no matter whether she looks winded or not.
That's fun. That's fair.
That's a fail. She's sweating.
Yep.
Huff, huff, huff. Thanks.
Hey, focus. The police are going in.
So why are we here?
All right, I'm gonna put a pin in you guys. Caleb,
Yeah.
you heard the sirens. You see flashing lights out the window. You are in sort of your human brain is now melded with your wolf brain a little bit, and you are more aware of yourself, but you can't for the life of you figure out how the fuck to change back. And you know that you are not in a form that you would normally be in, but there are people that are about to come in. What do you do?
Well, as I get used to this, and it almost seems like almost natural, I'm still logically thinking, I've got to get out of here. I mean, I'm going to be caught. I can't let them see me like this. I've got to run. So I'm frantically looking for a way or exit out, trying to hopefully recall the best exit from the point that I am at in order to escape and make my way outside.
Are you going out the front?
It would depend, because with his eidetic memory, would he have a better recall to understand that there's a faster way out in the form that he's in?
No, because this is like new territory. His brain is probably going to say that it's better to go out the way he came in, because he knows that for sure that that's a way out, and he doesn't want to get trapped inside the house.
Then he starts running straight for the front door.
Yeah.
Hey
guys. Hey, Krynos Werewolf comes bursting out the front door. And everybody, all of the police and paramedics and everything that are there, they all, like, their eyes widen. And they don't do what humans normally do when Krynos Werewolf appears. They seem to be fully aware of themselves. They don't start to panic and run away. They just kind of stare in awe of this giant being that just ran out of the store. A few of them scream and jump back, but they're not running away, which is very, very strange.
I look at Petra.
Leon?
Oh, fuck. Shift.
Everybody's gonna die. Okay. So, Delia, we're about to do something that you're not gonna be the most pleasant thing, but everybody's gonna die. Come on.
I follow her lead. She's muttering under her breath, fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, in theory, our delirium will still affect them, right?
Yes. Yes, it will.
Okay.
But they won't remember you, but they will still remember Caleb. Yep. So it's like, even if you don't kill them, they can still remember Caleb. So
hey, look, we're shooting a horror movie.
We have to kill him.
Kill them all.
I mean, the logical question would be: is Caleb just standing in front of the door, or is he about to take off? Like, because he's ready to run.
Yeah, no, he starts to run. He is in flight mode right now. He knows he has to get out of there, so he's fucking running in Krynos.
Oh God. Leon, take the newbie.
I
take
got him.
cleanup.
Spend a point of rage and hit Krynos.
All right. Yeah. So
Gonna shift up to Krynos as well. Look back at Delia.
Yep, I shift up.
With me. Fries with Leon.
Okay. I guess instant to well, kind
yeah.
of.
Yep, Krynos. With Metamorph.
Yep.
You're able to hit Krynos pretty easily.
This is
Wait.
so bad.
Yeah.
Metamorph is such a ridiculous merit. So ridiculous.
Yeah.
My-
With Metamorph, and also I'm going for breed form, so let's just hit that instantly.
Yep, exactly. You can relax into Krynos.
That just
All of you see him instantly shift to Krynos, like even faster than if he would have spent rage. So file that away in your memory bank.
I will spend another point of rage for city running.
Yes. That's amazing. Yes.
So, in his raged state, would Callum unknowingly spend a rage for his city running? Because again,
Yep.
he is trying to escape. Like that's all
Yep.
he is thinking of.
Yes, he would. He sure would. But the cool thing is that he only has 2 points of, or no, he has 4 points. Shit. Fuck, I forgot he has
Points in
extra rage.
dexterity. Like he has what is it? The 4 points of like dexterity, and not only that, but he has the perfect balance.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm okay. I will come back to you guys in just a moment. Petra and Delia, y'all are gonna go y'all are just gonna go ham on killing me. There's probably about, I would say, a dozen law enforcement and other medical personnel like paramedics and stuff.
Well, Petra's just going to growl, no radio calls, hit them hard, hit them fast. And she's going to take the bulk of the people, as many as she can get, while spending a rage point to go full-on windmill.
Okay.
And I will take the smaller half, and I will also go after any recording equipment that I see.
Okay.
If they've got body cams on them, I'm going to destroy them.
Also, all of their car cams.
Yep, car cams, body cams. I will rip the radios out, etc.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give you that. You can definitely do that. So, all right, you two do that. Okay, I need dexterity athletics rolls from Leon and Caleb.
Dex athletics, -2 for city running.
Would his perfect balance reduce the difficulty as well?
I mean, that's according to it's only working with like athletics for tightrope walking, maneuvering across terrain.
Yeah, and streets are not dangerous terrain, so no.
Well, the question is if he's staying to the streets or if he's going to buildings.
I mean, that is climbing, and he's just trying to get to his place, so. And technically, would jumping over cars be requiring for a perfect balance?
No.
No.
Okay, so you'd be rolling greater than 4.
I'm gonna spend a point of willpower
Okay.
because I am determined to stop this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, he
No.
loves you too.
I'm an Aru, and I'm always pissed off to various degrees.
Yep. Completely. Do you have a specialty, Paul?
I have rock climbing under athletics and lightning reflexes under dex. But I also have
He also
seize
spent
the
a
edge. I
Oh,
will.
you do. You do
I
have
have seize the edge. I win all ties.
Yep,
plus
that's
you'd
right.
spent willpower for it, so technically you would have won anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You spent willpower and you got more successes. So you got more successes with the willpower. So seize the edge. It doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm not gonna make you like continuously roll. You beat him the first time, so you catch up pretty easily, and Fries. Go ahead and make me a Dex Athletics roll, Chris.
Let's talk this guy. Let's see.
3 successes.
Okay, so you aren't quite as fast, but by the time Leon gets to him and can get him taken down, you will get there. And I'm just, for narrative and story purposes, gonna say that the two of you can dogpile him and get him down.
Even with his double jointed.
Yep. Yep. So, when you're in the clutches of two Krynos, Gar, even in Krynos, it's really hard to get out. And I don't want to spend 20 minutes rolling off. So,
Especially since I could have rolled activate persuasion.
so
Damn it, Fries.
you get him taken down. But you do notice that, well, no, nah, it's fine. Yeah, you get him taken down, but you are like in the middle of the street.
Drag him down to an alley.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is the middle of the night, so there's not too many cars coming, but you know that what's gonna come eventually.
Drag him into an alley.
Delia and Petra, you have finished with the demolition of the witnesses. Are you going to go inside the house to investigate what happened?
I'm curious, so probably.
I mean, Petra has to go find implements to burn all this shit anyway, so.
That is fair.
I have a lighter on me.
We're gonna need a lot more. Like, all of these cars have to be, like, everything. The house probably has to go to. Everything.
She kind of gives this look of, okay, well, this is going to be a big boom. And heads into the house.
Petra will walk in behind her.
Where's the hunter?
She'll shift down take her time to shift down into Glabro, but she'll pat Delia on the shoulder. You have the lead on this one. Go to it.
All right, I'm looking to see what type of. Is it a gas stove? Is it gas appliances?
Yeah. It is. So you get to the kitchen. It's a pristine, state-of-the-art chef's kitchen. It is a 6-burner gas stove. Yeah, it's completely.
Oh, I look at Petra. Well, we've got gas here. We just need to figure out how to get it out there or do something out there. She almost looks pained as she says this, though, because this is a really pretty kitchen.
Right.
Dish towels. we're gonna take dish towels and we're gonna put them down the petrol.
Okay. Looking for styrofoam cups and dish soap.
Definitely can find dish soap.
Or
I don't think that there
plates.
would be styrofoam cups and plates in this house, but you'll be able to find like magazines or
I was looking for sticky fire, so
oh yeah. You could probably I'll give you this. You can rifle through like the trash or I don't know if they do recycling there, but you can rifle through the receptacles and you can find probably like some styrofoam packing or something like that from a package.
that'll work.
Bins.
This will make the
Yes.
fire stick.
Beans.
Okay, good.
Ireland is even bigger into recycling than the United States is. Just as an
Good.
FYI.
All right. Yeah. So honestly, they probably don't do much with styrofoam packaging nowadays, but for story purposes, you can find it.
But would it burn that well, though? I mean, because technically it just burns up quickly and it more melts than anything.
You get sticky fire. It sticks.
When you mix it with oil.
Sure.
You can also
Makes
use
a nice
dish soap.
little. Yeah, makes a
Napalm.
nice little. Yeah, pretty much. Petra is going to use her glabro hands to rip out the burner, like the actual burner parts, so the gas lines are actually exposed.
Okay.
And
After we get everything together, I'm going to go looking through the house to see if I can figure out exactly what happened. I'm curious.
Okay. You can find a blood trail leading to where the incident happened. Because he was dripping blood from his mouth and claws.
Okay. I'm assuming I find the body at one point.
Yep. Yeah, and you find a headless, armless body.
I bring said headless, armless body and parts to kitchen, so it's going to get the maximum amount of boom.
Awesome.
Petra's going to reach underneath the under the sink for cleaning products.
Yeah, you can find bleach, all kinds of that stuff.
Just a look of resignation across her face as she's dragging in these parts. While I was wandering through the house, did I see any other computers or working security systems or anything like that? Because I know you've got the video doorbells and Google Home, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes they have indoor cameras.
I mean, that would depend. Would they technically still be shut off with his technology security role?
For what? What do you need?
So so she's asking if there's any security devices that would still see her or anything like that, or did Callum effectively take all of that? Because with his technology, his focus is in security, I believe.
Right. I would say Calum disabled everything. So there wouldn't be anything recording or anything like that because he didn't want to be caught.
The computer is still in good shape, i.e., is it running?
Oh yeah. You could.
Is it a laptop, a tower, a terminal system? Sorry, this is
No,
just
it's
so
fine.
I have knowledge of this.
It would be. It's a pretty fancy office, so probably a terminal system.
That's not so good.
Nope.
My character wouldn't know that, but I bring what looks to be the computer into the kitchen so it also gets maximum heat.
Okay. You can make a. Do you have technology?
Not technology specifically.
Okay, then you can't make a roll.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah.
She's seen a couple movies where they destroy the computer, so that's what she's pulling from.
Sure. Yeah, you can suss it out. I'll let you have it. And figure it out that that's what you need to bring in at least the computer.
Just to get her thought is if they were recording, it's probably being saved to this computer. I'm going to destroy the computer just in case.
That is fine. All right, what are you doing next?
I look at Petra. Now what? There's lots
Petra's
of blood.
currently putting anything that's aerosol into the oven.
Fair. There's a blood trail in the back of the house. Do we want to? Is there any way we can probably ensure that goes away? I'm not ripping
What?
up carpet.
Oh no, she hands her the thing of the cleaning chemicals, bleach, Ajax, whatever. Just dump it all over it. We're not there's. I'm guessing that if this is what I think it is, that's probably a Jackson Pollock painting of blood in there.
Yeah, it's messy.
So yeah, just as much shit all over everything just to make it hard for anyone to pull anything from it. And after you're done with that, we're going to go upstairs, quickly turn stuff over to see if there's anything of value, and then we're out.
All right, I set to work.
Okay. All right, we will go back to the other group. You, the two of you, lay on him long enough for him to spend all of his rage, and he has to revert back to Hamed. Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, that happens. So now what? By the way, your clothes were destroyed in the change, so you are now naked.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay in Krynos for just the moment to see if he's gonna try to run away once he reverts down.
So, as Caleb's reverting down, his mind, I would say, is slightly becoming clearer. He's most likely going to be able to think a little more logically. But would his impatient skill still make him want to complete the job? Or is it like in a sense where he's wiped out, he's not caring about anything?
Yeah, he's pretty he's pretty wiped out, shaken up. The change, the run, and everything has just taken a lot out of him. But you do notice that he did actually manage to hang on to the file, and it's sitting next to him. It's covered in blood, but it's sitting next to him.
Then first off, Kalen would probably be like, what was so special about this file that the client would want it? But then how would the Mark know that he was coming? Because with Callum's mindset, he knows that he checks everything at least 2-3 times to make sure it's perfect. So he would probably start reaching for that file in order to see what was actually in it, whether or not it was actually a setup or the owner just got lucky.
What do the two of you do as he reaches for the file?
So he makes no indication he's concerned about a giant Krynos werewolf standing over top of him. He just goes for the file.
Yep.
I mean, with him, he's.
There are two Krynos werewolves right over you.
So it might be in the sense like he starts reaching for that, and then as he has that clarity starts coming onto him, he does see these two hulking monsters. They're just like staring down at him. And then he also notices that he is like in the buff, showing his goodies and all that.
I only ask because his reaction might determine if Leon thinks he's kin or not.
most likely his reaction would just be yelling out, "Holy shit!" and start kind of slowly freaking out because not really looking more towards Fries, but the big hulking Leon that not only managed to catch him, but probably even in that Krynos form still looks scary as shit.
Yeah, and he's never seen or experienced or really even heard anything like this before in his life. So everything that's transpired up to this point almost feels like a dream to him because he didn't have anything to go on prior to this point.
Yeah, and through Caleb's own upbringing and attitude, he's more of the stand outside the crowd and not really socialize with people
Right.
who's not part of what he does. So he probably would not have too many run-ins with, say, somebody of Leon's attitude, abrasiveness, or anything like that.
Yep.
So he starts panicking, essentially.
Most likely.
Yeah, I would say he starts panicking.
All right, so Leon thinks, okay, not kin. He's not a kinfolk who turned. He doesn't know anything. This is interesting.
Where
I mean, he would be. He is a kinfolk that turned, but he's not one that grew up.
Is in the know.
Yeah, he's a lost cub essentially.
So Leon will shift into Hamid.
Yeah, where Fries will also shift to Hamid and I was gonna say that Fry was take his shirt off, but Fries only wears the clothes because the dead mother makes him. He's got no sense of modesty.
Fucking Fries, I swear to God.
Well, just think he spent the first several years of his life not wearing clothes. He doesn't really think about them.
I mean,
He does
just think,
what?
though, does Callum really want that image burned into his brain? I mean, according to Fries' appearance, though, he is very pretty.
Wait, what does Fries do? What is Fries doing?
Well, I was gonna go. Wait, Fries would take off. It's like Fries. I was gonna say that Fries was gonna take off his shirt and offer it, but I was just like, wait, Fries wouldn't think about that because
No.
Yeah,
Fries only
he
wears
doesn't
clothes
have-
because the den mother told him
Right. The den mother makes him wear clothes because, it's kind of illegal not to in public. So he wouldn't think to offer clothes because he doesn't think they're necessary. So okay.
Fries.
Yes.
Go to my bike in the left saddlebag. There's a leather trench coat that I use for my shows sometimes. Grab it.
Okay. Then Fries will start taking off towards the bike and Hamid to go get
All
the
right. You're gonna run. How far away did you park, Leon?
It would have been fairly close.
Would it have been? Because technically, like, since we ran in...
Close to where the incident was.
Yeah. So how close are we to the incident would be the question.
He didn't run all that far, so just a few blocks. But I ask because there's about to be an explosion.
I mean, and are the cops still there? Or are they, like, knocked out?
Oh, they're all
Technically
dead.
There.
They're dead.
just in
Okay.
pieces.
Yeah, they're there, but they're just not alive.
They're in spirit.
Right. So okay, so Fries is gonna run to the bike. Delia and Petra, have you finished preparing for
I'm assuming the inside is done. We've started working on the outside.
Okay.
Or were you going upstairs to look for stuff? She's muted.
It depends on how long it takes the oven to get to the point where it's actually hot enough to boom out the all of the aerosol cans that she put into the oven.
That's true. Yeah, you'll have some time to get away. Okay.
Yeah. So
mean,
she
what
wants to
type
go
of
upstairs and look for anything of value to steal.
That kind of woman.
Yeah, you'll be able to find some stuff, and I'll detail it after later. What exactly you find.
I'll follow her.
Everything
and
she
hurry.
can fit into a duffel bag.
Okay. Yep. You loot the house. It's fine. You find like jewelry and shit like that. Like, there's stuff. So okay, so since they've fairly been taking their time with it. Fries, you smell gas as you run by the house.
What? Smell what?
Gas.
Smell what? Anosomnia. I have no sense of smell.
Oh yeah, you don't smell anything. Never mind.
Well, fine to
You
me.
don't smell nothing. You just run to the bike. You run to the bike. You get do you just get the trench coat or do you get the whole bag?
He asked for just the trench coat, so
Okay.
getting just the trench coat.
The
Bag.
range on the Whispers is like 200 feet, so the bike's probably like 195-ish or so.
You are more than 200 feet away from the house.
The
Are
bike.
there other buildings?
Oh, the
nearby?
bike is okay. So the bike would be 195 feet from the house. Yeah, it's probably gonna go bye-bye in the explosion.
Oh,
Uh,
how much rage do I get? And how many of them are going to spend beating the shit out of some people?
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Will it
When
help
it
if Callum
actually-
offers to steal you a new bike?
Right? Oh, that'll be great. Anyway, so yeah, Fries, you get the coat and you run back.
Okay.
So that's the thing that happens.
And then I'll offer the coat to Leon.
He just throws it down at the tidy person.
Okay. So, being the logical person that he is, Caleb does realize he is naked. There is this hulking man standing in front of him. So, when he is thrown the jacket, I'm pretty sure Leon's basically staring him down, giving him that death stare, like, you're going to put this on, no questions asked. So, he does kind of what's being told of him.
Leon reaches into his pocket and pulls out a cigarette and kind of holds one out to the new person. He doesn't say anything, just kind of holds it out.
Kylam politely shakes his head no. He's not really one to smoke, seeing as his job requires him to be running, and so he's never really picked up that habit.
Leon takes a long draw. You done fucked up, kid.
Callum gets kind of a scared tone to his voice. He's like, what do you mean by I done fucked up?
Well, because of what happened, we had to kill a bunch of police officers.
What do you mean kill? Like, I vaguely just remember bursting through the door and running, not really seeing much around me.
We'll get into that in a moment. We gotta get the hell out of here. You're coming with me.
Okay, so I'm assuming by coming with him, Leon is basically dragging him along, not
If he
really
has-
giving, like not
if he has
not really
to.
giving him a choice.
Well, Leon says, "You're coming with me. If you try to run, I'm gonna break your legs."
So, being the kind of statue that he is, Callum willingly follows this hulk of a man who, quite frankly, makes Callum want to piss himself.
I said, "We'll start returning to where the incident went down, but not walking straight to it. Kind of going a roundabout way.
Okay, cool. So as you're walking towards that way, you get within distance, like you get back in sight of the house, and you start to smell gas.
Oh hell!
So Callum would be like, why are we smelling gas? Like, what's going on?
They're gonna blow the building.
Why would
Fuck
they
my bike.
why would they do that? Like, why would they blow up the building? Like, what happened?
Fry, stay here.
So I'm guessing Callum's coming with you because you just said Fry, stay here, and fucking Callum is not wanting to piss Leon off any more than what he already looks like.
You stay here too.
But my curiosity kind of wants me to take over and like go see what you're doing.
He doesn't stick around enough for explanation. He's got to save his bike.
Yep. I will let Leon save his bike. He can grab it as they are coming out of the house.
As Petra comes down from upstairs, she's literally got every bracelet, bangle, and necklace she could find currently on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And smiles at Delia.
Fair. Let's go. I'm getting a little uncomfortable in here. A little lightheaded.
Yep, okay. And
So-
we'll go out. Now remember, this is very important. This is probably the most important thing of everything we've done here tonight. We're going to keep walking. You cannot look back.
We're going to do the cool movie scene thing.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Oh, we should probably set the stuff up upside. We should probably set the stuff up outside too.
Starts handing her the rags.
And I get everything ready to mix and go.
Oh, and Data's listening to
Yep, you can do that relatively quickly.
Break up the styrofoam.
And then are you going to just reconvene with the group
Yes,
across the way?
after we get everything set up.
All right, cool. So you walk back, and as you're getting back, you hear and feel the explosion starting.
I kind of do that duck and go to look behind it, but shake my head and keep walking forward.
Like, nope, don't look, don't
I
look.
should have a cigarette here, I think.
Right?
You can tell she's starting to get a little bit more comfortable, so she's making smart aleck quips.
Out of nowhere, Leon's hand pops up in front of her face with a cigarette.
So, what is the actual range of the fire? Because if we're still actually smelling the gas, would it, like the heat or the flames, actually reach us, or is it just like that kind of heat wave?
You can feel it, but you are at a safe distance away that it's not going to cause any damage to you. But you might want to get the fuck out of Dodge before more cops show up, because it's going to happen.
Good.
As a matter of fact,
I bet you're, like,
you
right there.
yeah, as a matter of fact, you are going to start hearing more sirens.
With that, Leon's going to look at the crowd and says, "We're going to the Sept."
Yep. Hey, Leon. And she's going to take all the jewelry off and put it in the saddlebag of his bike.
What the hell is the Sept? Like, what do you mean we're going? Where? What's happening?
If I'm stowing this, I get a quarter of it.
Absolutely. Listen, we might like go back and forth, but like as far as like cuts and shit, completely
Not now.
simpatico. Yeah.
Kid, get on the bike.
Callum might want to steal the goodies. But, you know, with Leon telling him to get on the bike, Callum being, again, with his attitude, not really a confrontational attitude, but more of the stay hidden at all times almost, he follows suit. He gets on the bike.
Good.
Because
I look
Leon,
at Petra.
again, scares the ever-living shit out of him.
More running. She looks pained.
No,
The expression
we're
on her
actually
face
going
is
to
extreme pain.
we're gonna walk calmly down the way down here, and we're gonna take a few turns until we're about 4 blocks away, and then we're gonna catch the bus.
Or
Ryan Reynolds.
How bad does Fry screw it up?
not at all. Or we could cross over and then go back that way.
I
But that
don't
might take
know
a
if-
while.
That could take a while, and I don't want to be the one supervising the two of you on the other side when I have no idea what your training to that point has been, and I'm not a crescent man.
I'm a crescent.
We're definitely not going over.
Yes, you all can make it back to the Sept just fine. I'm not going to get you into a police chase or anything like
Aw.
But I have drive at 3.
that. Yeah, and that would be the role you botch.
Think of Callum's like short white hair just flowing in the breeze as Leon's hair is choking him.
Probably in the most
I
metal
mean,
way
like-
possible.
Right?
Yeah, death by hair.
Oh.
Well, just come on. We could have had, Fry's talking to the fire elemental spirits, making the fire
Nope.
burn hotter.
No.
We could have had Umbra fun. Had stuff like 11 successes on another social roll or something. Dealing with spirits.
Yeah, which I still need to put that in the blue book.
Yeah.
'Cause that was
11
insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, my 11 success social roll talking with spirits for information. Yeah.
Anyhow, you all make the
Anyhow.
Sept. You make the appropriate cleansings and whatnot to get into the Sept. Now what do you do?
So Calum is still just kind of following the big hulking beast in front of him, I would probably imagine. But in the back of his mind, he has that nagging kind of irritation that he saw, like one of the people that he still don't know with all that treasure that he knows he could get some good money for.
Leon's gonna find the dead mother.
Yeah, which I was about to say, Fry's just gonna instant to Lupus and be like, hunting for the dead mother. Like, it's a new one, got a new one.
Callum's gonna kind of freak out as he sees fucking Fries just randomly switch into a dog, and be wondering what kind of hellish nightmare he's gotten himself into.
Yes, that is the
like-
best, most appropriate response.
At least he's a pretty dog.
Even though he still has that kind of nagging suspicion that this is all natural and he should not be too freaked out, that kind of logical human side of him is still what the fuck is going on? Am I on some bad acid trip or something I don't remember taking? Did I touch something? Did Fries give him something?
Just to add to that, you feel a tugging at the bottom of the trench coat.
How bottom or tugging are we talking?
Just a slight tug, enough to get your attention.
Okay, so the curiosity nature, even though with that freaky things that have happened, I would probably look and see what the hell is tugging at my trench coat, because knowing I am naked underneath this.
It's a raccoon.
Trash
It's a
panda.
raccoon. Mm-hmm. It's Trash Panda. It's a raccoon.
So Caleb would be like, what the fuck is this thing, and why is it tugging on me? And he would probably start trying to either get away from it or kind of scooch it back with his leg, again, not knowing what the hell is going on.
Be nice to that one.
So it has this presence about it that is almost calming. And all it does is just chitter at Calum for a minute, and then it goes over to Delia.
I offer him some more crackers or something that I keep stuffed in my pockets for just such moments like this.
Oh yeah, it takes the crackers and starts going to town. You know how adorably amazing raccoons eat. Like
Yeah.
num 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 num.
I have like candy floss or something like that. I'll give it to him too.
Yes, yes.
So Caleb is kind of sitting there staring in wonderment now, like, again, what the hell is going on? Why is she feeding this creature who would most likely, in his mind, be considered a vermin? And like, what's so special about it?
So
Leon, do you want to do the thing where we turn into big giant half animals again? Maybe it's another demo.
We're all a little special, but in a fun kind of way.
Leon lights another cigarette and pulls a flask from his back pocket. Takes a swig.
Fries will find the dead mother. But she happens to be at the set tonight because it would just be silly if she wasn't.
Where Dazzles has to deal with Fries, like runs up to her and bounces around her and it's like, new person, there's a new person.
She blinks. Hang on, Fries. Calm down. Slowly.
Does
Breathe
he
between
wet the
those
floor?
words.
There's a new person. First time.
Okay.
No idea about us.
Oh, okay.
DiD found him.
Fries a really excited piece on the floor. Oh my god. She nods and she's like, I'm going to assume that he's here or that they're here since you're here telling me.
Yeah, with Leon.
She nods.
Scary hulky man.
She nods. Okay.
His new
Leon
BFF.
keeps bringing her cubs. It's great.
And so
Tom's new BFF.
he'll start bouncing that way.
She will follow. And yeah, you see this Kellen, you see this woman who appears pretty tiny. She only stands about 5'2", but she just has this warm, inviting presence about her. It's like when she walks into his presence, he instantly feels calm and not as anxious and everything.
Okay, so Callum kind of looks at her, and he does feel kind of that stress, the anxiety of the day, of what's happened, of like the worries just kind of slowly dissolving as he just focuses on this woman who's walking in.
And another weird thing you'll probably see is Leon kind of gets submissive when she approaches. Kind of bows his head in respect.
So this actually kind of freaks Callum out a little bit, knowing because that big hulking man again scared the shit out of him, and yet here he is, kind of showing deference to this woman who, while she has that calming kind of feel about her, still looks like Leon could rip her in half.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yes.
And I mean, having been drug around by this hulking beast, he's still like, what the fuck is going on? But in a more calming manner now.
Raya,
Hello, Leon.
this one just went through his first change
Made me lose my damn bike.
in front of the police.
She blinks and her jaw drops a little bit.
They're
Oh,
all
no.
dead. All of them. Don't worry.
Oh, I laughed like right as you said that. The arms flail.
She looks over to Petra.
Big boom. Lots of fire.
She So she goes. This is funny. She goes silent for a moment, and her eyes seem to gloss over for just a moment, and then she returns focus back to the group. Anyone that has ever experienced or seen a pack link before would know that she's likely talking to a packmate. If you've never seen or experienced a pack link before, she just seemed to zone the fuck out for a minute. Like you have no clue what just happened.
Trying to gather herself for a minute. Oh my god, what was this? Why did they do this type?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Because Abby, Delia would know because Abby has a couple packmates, so she's seen that behavior before. It still probably weirds her out, but
Would Fries be able to make a roll to necessarily know that?
sure. Go ahead and make me an intelligence roll. Did I give you Garu lore? I think I did.
Yep.
Yeah, intelligence Garu lore.
Okay. What diff?
8.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, yeah, Fry's
Oddly enough, knows what a pack
knows.
looks like.
I mean, it's probably he's probably been explained to about packs by now, so he can infer that she was talking to a packmate.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then she focuses back on the group and she'll say, "Okay, that's messy, but we'll make sure that it gets spun the right way."
It was necessary. This one doesn't invoke the delirium.
Oh dear.
Wait. He doesn't? What?
Like, would they necessarily know that, even just on that first instance?
Yep.
You can sit here and have the police didn't go running screaming like crazy. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to tell. Yeah, it's
Just
pretty
making
easy
sure.
to tell. Like, definitely Leon and Petra would know it. The Cubs, not so much, but the Cleots definitely know.
He came bursting out the front door full Krynos, and the police just stood there in awe.
Yeah, they were kind of gawking.
Okay.
That's a thing?
Yes,
Sometimes.
it's a thing. We actually there are a couple of other Agaru around here that have that particular anomaly. So can put him in touch with one of them to speak about it when he's ready, not right away, but he definitely cannot be out by himself. That's more of a mental note to herself than rather to anybody else. but and then she'll just kind of shake her head and she'll look to him. I'm sorry, I should introduce myself. Since you don't know anything about our society, I will just give you my regular name and we can talk about other names later. I am Alyssa Gonzalez. I am what we call the Den Mother. I take care of newly changed Garu and look after Clea as well. She just kind of like looks to Leon and Petra. Even though they are able to be out on their own, I just am here as sort of guidance and things like that. But for those of you that have just had your first change, I am your teacher. You will learn from others as well, but I am your primary teacher.
Oh.
Caleb kind of looks at her and is like, "What do you mean by teacher?"
Okay. I know that this seems like it's not real, but I assure you it is. You are a werewolf.
So, having that kind of natural instinct about it, Can't Callum kind of finally does. His mind does settle on the fact, this is kind of real. He understands it now as she's kind of explaining what's going on about him being a werewolf. That it's not a horrid like acid trip or anything that he might be on.
Right? No, it happened.
But he does realize having some self. I can't even think of the word right now. That he is still half naked too, as well, and
Right.
he's kind of nervous at the fact that he did change. There were lots of problems that happened, and again, he is standing in a whole group of people, being the person that doesn't really like crowds too much, with just a trench coat on.
I am going to guess that you lost your clothes in the in the incident, as all cubs do.
Yeah, that
So,
trench coat is probably pretty big on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But most people don't just walk around in a trench coat, though.
Yeah, and I mean, so depending on exactly how big Leon is compared to Callum, there might be some openings where things can potentially show.
Leon's like 6'4", over 200 pounds.
Yeah, it's probably heavy on him actually, but it covers everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my trench coat. Well, it's his now. His dick's been all over it.
Good. Just souvenir, just to remind him of the hellish night he went through and the time he fucked up. She'll treasure it always.
I have a place for you to sleep, and clothes for you to wear. We'll spend the next few days getting you up to speed and acclimated to everything, and then you'll be moved to the city to stay with everyone else, the other cubs. We are essentially a hierarchy of wolves. I am higher ranking than everyone here presently. We have a ranking system. I don't demand traditional respect all the time like some others might, and you'll learn what that is eventually. But for now, let's just get you settled in, and we can focus on feeding you more information after you've settled in.
Okay, so Callum kind of agrees with her, kind of filing all the information away into his mind as he kind of starts not necessarily settling in comfortably, but kind of seeing that, okay, this might be a new life for him.
Yeah, she will explain to him that the life he knew is likely to not be a thing anymore. Like his life is different forever.
Scaring the shit out of people. Hell yeah.
Right? So I think with that, with Alyssa getting him settled in and everyone just kind of, winding down from the night, we will end the scene. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We will see you next time. Goodbye.